Today from Los Angeles, ABC Sports presents an alumni game between UCLA and North Carolina. On that shot from off the top of the tee, going for three, and Walt Hazard has the ball picked away from him, and here's a breakaway.
Yes! Hello! When they hooked up in the finals against Jacksonville, it was really interesting watching Sidney Wicks, who went in and he told Coach Wooden, let me guard Gilmore.
Worthy's pass to McAdoo. Brad Wright, 6'11", New York Knicks property. Here's Sam Perkins for the Dallas Mavericks. Jamal Wilkes inside, that's Brad Wright. He gets it outside, shot comes off the rim by Montel Hatcher, and Carolina's running it. Bingo.
National Player of the Year in 1978.
I look for some people to move around before they tip it off this year among the new members.
Sam Perkins, you got to think about this. Jordan shooting his jumper. Automatic. Great touch. Great athlete.
James Worthy with the ball. He drops it off. Not good. Picked up by Charlie Scott. McCarter has his pocket picked by Jordan. Perkins. And slam dunk Worthy.
Cam and James until they got in the Boston Garden and it became 5-on-5.
That of '76 Olympic team, coached by Dean Smith, of course, beat the Yugoslavs for the gold medal.
Good night.
We've got a halftime feature coming up with Michael Jordan and Michael Jackson's music you'll enjoy. This is just one of the moves you'll see. It's a 35-29 ball game. Haley has 7 points now. UCLA leading by 6. That's Perkins, Sam Perkins.
You've scored more points now than you did in a month with us.
39-34, UCLA. Worthy.
James Worthy. I'll tell you one thing. With Magic Johnson and James Worthy.
And McAdoo came in and intimidated him. I think probably fouled him.
Vandeweghe was on a team that got beat by the doctors of dunk. Denny Crum, up and under move. McAdoo has so many offensive maneuvers. Earlier about the Olympians and Dean Smith in 1976. And I got this bit of information from one of the astute, knowledgeable analysts.
Michael Jordan.
Look at that drive by Mr. Jordan. Well, Billy Packer was telling us yesterday out of the game, and Florida State ultimately went and played against UCLA.
That's a charge.
Here comes Michael, tongue hanging. There he is. What great bounce off the floor, hanging in the air.
Career, if you don't have longevity, John Wooden had 27 at this university, plus the 2 I mentioned. And Dean Smith has now had 26 at North Carolina, plus a couple at Air Force. And Joe Wolf, the future Clipper, won't go. Michael Jordan, inside rebound.
A class individual, Keith. I think no one can say it better than Keith Jackson, the way you depict it, and I mean that sincerely.
Well, that little move of John and his program, and if you remember over the years, they would always turn around and look up into the stands before the game started, and he would always, they've got a 3-on-2 for Keegan's little jumper and can't get it to go down. Joe Wolf, that young body rebounding it. Kenny Smith to Worthy, to Jordan.
Oh!
And Stuart Gray comes away with it. Prospect that they had put out for the year Michael Jordan was recruited and came in. There wasn't much conversation about it, was there?
They just listed his name in 1981-82. They've had the good centers. Mitch Kupchak, certainly a good center. Tommy Lagarde. But not the dominant guys of the magnitude of a Walton and certainly a Jamar.
Well, Vallely, John coming in from junior college and set outside and made shot after shot after shot like that. John not be able to be here today either.
Played behind him and he rejected 5 shots on Gilmore, and they went on to win another NCAA title.
Whoa, Greg Lee looks smooth as silk himself, doesn't he? And bingo, coming right back and answering for Carolina's Phil Ford. Jamal Wilkes brings it up.
So change of direction by Wilkes.
Little tip, picked off by Perkins. Kuster to Bradley.
Bradley with a quick layup. Should have went to all costs to get here was Denny Crum. Denny Crum, a former UCLA Bruin, a former assistant coach. They really, I didn't think, made the kind of effort to get Crum other than offering a routine contract.
Well, they're spoiled.
Kentucky. I got to remember that.
They're spoiled out here, too, but you're omitting 2 or 3 things. One, you're omitting in the places you just named, there's no professional competition, right?
I agree
Secondly,
with
they
that.
don't have Reggie Miller, 31. Kiki Vandeweghe. Ball is stolen away by Al Wood. Now we're getting serious because each side is trying to win the ball game.
And it should be a no contest right here. James Worthy and Stuart Gray. Worthy's got that great first step. Guys that can finalize and close out the game.
Miller against Jordan. Reggie driving against him, loses control of the ball, and there's no foul call.
Michael looks at Reggie, says, come on, Rook. Billy Cunningham and a fair singer by the name of Barbara Streisand.
All right, 105, all tied, and this is Worthy giving to Perkins.
He's going to be a fine player with the Pacers. I think Donnie Walsh made a great choice.
Bruins lead by a point. But Kenny Smith takes care of that.
He said, Bill Russell, that's what I'm going to do for your Sacramento team. No, I'm a purist and a traditionalist. But when I'm near John Wooden or Dean Smith, I get a little excited because they certainly are great teachers. Oh!
What a play.
Wave it off. Should be an offensive foul. They should have waved it off on him. You be the judge at home. Did he push you off a little bit? Watch right here now with the free hand. Oh, no. I'll take that back.
He's got a three-pointer. And it's 112-108, a 4-point North Carolina lead. You're not going to put Hazard in. You're not going to risk Walt's health at this point.
No, Hazard's coaching right now along with his mentor.
Vandeweghe stays in. And there's a foul.
Missed the entire NCAA tournament with an injury. And Al was able to walk away in his farewell.
Pair of free throws make your score 114-109. He's working in the backcourt, gets it ahead to Kiki. He's cut off by Perkins, pumps it up, no. Haley inside in the paint, yes.
Haley's really worked hard.
6:05 to go, 114-111.
Haley's had one of his big days in his career here today. Derek Chivas, and in the backcourt, I'll go with Gary Grant and David Rivers. But Carolina's got a great freshman coming in that you and I saw, King Rice. And he'll be a good replacement for Kenny Smith. That looks at all those All-Americans and says, you know what? I'll guarantee he'll get one or two also.
Well, when you've been there 26 years, when you have built the foundation as he has, as the long pass is high and off the hands of Miller and into the hands of Worthy, and there's your final score. North Carolina 116, UCLA 111.